Bitch, let me tell you something. If you notice, this whole setup is completely different from the other Diva discussions. Don't get used to any setup around here because I'm going to be moving stuff around and doing different things. I think I want to do the Diva discussions here at my desk. And if you see, my beauty station is back there. I don't know exactly how I want everything to be specifically set, but I am very excited about all the changes that are happening because I actually changed the entire setup because I don't know if y'all remember, but this window, the chair used to be right here. And that's where I used to shoot my content, the chairs and all this other stuff. But I actually flipped everything around and now everything is on the wall where my desk used to be. And it took a lot of work to move all of this. I got it done. I watched that Amanda Seales, Shannon Sharp interview and I was able to get it done. But I just wanted to talk to you guys today. We're going to continue with our series. We're going to continue to talk about Love is Blind. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, let me just put that out there. This iPhone camera, this is the iPhone 11. This ain't even much like a 15 or, something crazy or a Max or a Pro. It's a regular iPhone 11. This is my Canon. My actual camera. I feel like the iPhone has such better quality. This is my webcam. This one doesn't have the best. I feel like these shoot better, higher quality, like further distances. But up close, I'm not going to lie. This is my webcam. A little Logitech $40 webcam my mama bought me like almost over a decade ago. This is my Canon, which I with heavy because this takes the best pictures. But the iPhone is eating both of these bitches up and the webcam is low-key eating up the Canon. I don't know what the is actually going on because I planned on making my Canon my primary source of recording. But right now, I just find like the Canon is great. It's not horrible quality, but baby.
Child.
Anyways, you guys, I just wanted to continue my Love is Blind commentary. So let's go ahead and get into it. The next couple that I wanted to discuss is Laura, Sarah Ann, and Jeramey. Shout out to Cindy Noir because now I'm calling him Jeramey. But I wanted to talk about it. Let's go ahead and get into it. One thing I wanted to note is sometimes, because I feel like the same thing is happening with Scrappy and Bambi on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but I want to stay on task because I don't want to have an ADHD moment. I really low-key feel like women have to police their behavior when they operate in romantic relationships, and they have to be the perfect victim. I don't think Laura is a innocent, good girly girl. No, I don't. I think Laura can have a mean streak. I think that a lot of people are using her edge to justify the fact that Jeramey was dead wrong. And this is the complex with Love is Blind in general. How seriously are these people supposed to take these engagements? Because keep in mind, when it's all said and done, they only known each other for a few weeks. And I know I got to date you for at least a month and some change, if not longer than a month, to ever even consider taking you seriously. So for me, I'm trying to figure out how serious is Jeramey supposed to take the engagement? It is an engagement. I'm not trying to minimize the engagement. It is an engagement. But I'm trying to figure out, for me, how serious is he supposed to take it? Because Sarah Ann needed closure. And women, we could do a whole conversation about closure, but we be needing closure. And for me, I be needing closure sometimes. And whenever she was trying to get the closure, she had to speak truth to her feelings. I don't think Sarah Ann had an obligation to deny herself the opportunity to close a wound and be able to heal or move on to another chapter. I think she DM'd him with the intentions of closure and not reconciliation. I really, really do. However, if reconciliation was on the table, she was going to take it. Was she or was she not? So when we're having this conversation, I think Sarah Ann was justified in reaching out. I think Jeramey was justified in responding. I do not think Jeramey was justified in leaving Laura out of the loop. It's not fair. If you're having these feelings, you have to communicate them. If you're having doubts, you have to communicate them. If you're having inconsistencies, you have to communicate them. And it's absolutely unfair for Laura to be the casualty of y'all getting shit off y'all chest. And Laura was pissed, as she should. She cussed him out, as she should. Because at the end of the day, Jeramey lied to her. At the end of the day, even if y'all didn't kiss, hunch, or whatever the hell y'all did, he, at that moment, he asked her to be his wife. And he was obligated to communicate the fact that he was having those types of feelings. But then he tried to lie and gaslight. Like, it doesn't matter what you did that night. You were gone till 2 o'clock in the morning. And anything that was happening that would be jeopardy to our engagement is cheating. It's bare minimum, it's inappropriate. And I feel like a lot of people was trying to make it seem like Laura was unjustified. She was pissed. And Jeramey needed to hear about himself because apparently Jeramey and Trevor from the same cloth. Jeramey supposedly had some on the side too, outside of the show. Jeramey really, really appreciated 2 people being after him. I'm not gonna sit up here and act as if I don't believe for 1 second that it boosted his ego in any way, shape, or form. I really think that he was infatuated by the idea of 2 people wanting him. I think that the parallels between Jimmy, Chelsea, and Jessica was similar to the dynamic between Jeramey, Laura, and Sarah Ann, because it was that going on. But Sarah Ann, one thing that I have to say is don't let nobody tell you they don't want you more than once. I'm going to keep saying that a lot of the times because my mama told me that. And I just felt like maybe I'm operating in ego right now, but you can only tell me you don't want me once. I have to suppress my feelings, make them go away, go talk to somebody about it. I don't see myself throwing my dignity to the ground like that in order to re-enter a relationship that closed. Does that make any sense? The problem was at the reunion, and this is, I'm about to clock that T. At the reunion, it was a lot less of we love each other, I'ma stand beside him, my man, my man, my man. It was less of that and more of we went through all of this embarrassing, undignifying to be together. We pissed a lot of people off. We made ourselves look so open and vulnerable doing this. We have to stay together, because if we don't stay together, then all of that stupidity was for nothing. They were not connected at that damn reunion. They were holding each other's hands. Both of them looked frustrated. Both of them was in heat. Both of them was arguing. Both of them was huffing and puffing. Both of them seemed like they was trying to prove something to somebody that they made the right decision when they didn't. There's a reason why in the pods you proposed to Laura and you didn't propose to Sarah Ann. Because I honestly felt like he would have been better off just keeping it calm. Be like, I can't propose to nobody right now. I'm confused. And then having a relationship with both of them off screen and then making a sound decision, because he wasn't ready to go through the wire. And at the reunion, it just seemed like you get what you pay for. And he was just sitting there like, I got to sit in my decision and I can't move. And that's why when Chelsea clocked it and said, every time I talk to y'all, y'all be broke up. Their relationship is not going well. And they keep on trying to portray it as if it is, because they went through a lot of to get it. And Laura is still pissed. She's pissed as fuck. Like, she got to stop acting like she's not pissed either. Because she's operating in an ego too. It's a whole bunch of people hurt, not wanting people to think that they hurt. Maybe it was just that you, Laura, or Sarah was not supposed to be together. Those were not your only options. And then on top of that, I just find that Sarah, and let's just talk about this too. AD, that little conversation she had with Sarah, and this is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it again when I do my AD and Clay video. If you had a third of the courage, of the anger, of the fight that you had talking to Sarah Ann about that ain't even got nothing to do with your situation, if you took a third of that energy and put it into fucking your own, you wouldn't have got left at an altar. You should have just stayed out of white folks' business. That's just me. I wouldn't have volunteered. Looking at my situation, I would have been like, oh, let me go give me something to eat. Let me go get me a burrito or something. I just felt like you all look stupid. And I do not know how much loyalty did y'all need to give to each other. Talking about a girl's girl. You're not a girl's girl, a girl's girl, a girl's girl. Chelsea, were you a girl's girl when you tried to tell that man you look like Megan Fox so that you can beat Jessica? Jessica, were you a girl's girl when you was acting like a bitch in that y'all little common area because you knew Jimmy was talking to Chelsea? Laura, is it a girl's girl when you and Sarah Ann was going back at it and Laura, you was instigating? Who was really a girl's girl? I don't understand what kind of loyalty that y'all expected for y'all to have to each other. Because I'm telling you, the men on the other side was not having those same conversations. I don't think they owed each other any loyalty. I think everybody deserved dignity. But you got to give it to yourself first. My complication with Sarah is that you made yourself an option. Also, let me also clock this. If I'm going to clock AD, I got to clock y'all. That bean dip was weird. We going to talk about it more in the AD and Clay episode. But you and your man should not be ever having a conversation about sexually assaulting another person, let alone a black woman. Like, what is it? You and Chelsea did the same this cool girl thing. Like, oh, you should go slap her titties. You should bean dip. Like, stop doing that. It don't make you cool. It just make you a fool. I don't get why that was needed to be done. And then he shared it with them, and Bean Dip Gate did not need to occur. It's so weird. And it's been done. And I'm going to just have a brief slavery moment right here. The master's wife used to prop up the female slaves to the husbands and then get mad at the female slave for being raped by their husband. I felt like there was a lot of that Sarah Bartman energy. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It's that racism that I was talking about, that you just can't help, that you do on accident and don't understand the cultural context behind it. It was weird and I didn't like it. I would really appreciate it if you and your man, and any man you have, keep AD's body and name out of y'all mouths and keep y'all hands to yourselves and stop objectifying black women and sexually subjugating black women. I don't like it. It's not cute. It's very racist. Even if you don't say, oh, it's black women, you got to understand the history behind white women hypersexualizing black women. It's not cute. It's not the move. I just think that Paul's relationship just was doomed from the start because he was a very indecisive individual. If it's not an enthusiastic yes, it's a no. It seems like he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he did not 100% submit to anything. A lot of people just felt like it's a failure if you leave the pods without somebody, when in reality, you cause more drama trying to win the show as opposed to trying to live up to the principle of the show. That's pretty much all I have to say about Laura, Sarah Ann, and Jeramey. Please leave y'all comments down below. How do y'all feel about their situation? Please follow me on all my social platforms at Dijah_Diva. And also make sure that y'all visit the Patreon, get a $5, $10, $15, or $25 per month subscription. And bye, divas.
It's your girl Dijah, and I'm about to rip the cipher. I went to New York with these bars like it's Rikers. Got these niggas shook. Yeah, these niggas